Hey guys! Welcome to Pianoforte Designs. My name is Angela, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial that was requested by my friend Whitney from Whitney Sews. Whitney and I go way back. We went to college together. We actually worked in the costume department together, earning minimum wage, doing ridiculous amounts of sewing and making sure that every actor on stage had something to wear, and you wouldn't think it would be a problem, but there were concerns sometimes. So Whitney asked me to show her how I made these little tags that I've been putting on the hats I'm selling in my Etsy store. And it's actually easier than you probably think. To make this project, you will need fabric. Okay, the secret ingredient for this project is this, which I found at my local Walmart, so you can probably find it, and if you can't, I know it's online. And it's printable fabric. Fabric that they have treated with some mysterious something or other, and you run it through your inkjet printer, not a laser printer, not a commercial copier, according to these directions. And your image will stay on there, and it's washable, and that's it. So the secret's out. You could probably make this on your own now without the tutorial, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this. In addition to printable fabric, you will need a computer, an inkjet printer, and fray check. Needle and thread are optional. Okay, so your first step, obviously, if you're going to print something, is to design whatever you're going to print. For me, it was my logo, which I designed using my photo editor. If you don't have a photo editor, there's several free ones you can use, and also, if you just want to print text or a picture, try using your word processor like Microsoft Word or OpenOffice, which is free if you need a word processor. And that way, because this is 8.5 by 11, which is the same size as a standard sheet of paper in the US. UK, I learned, has a different size of paper. I learned this when I was applying to grad school in the UK. So, if you're in another country, this may be different, but if you're in the US, this is a standard size sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. And so, if you get in your word processor, just arrange things in your word processor and print it like you would a normal piece of paper. And that should work out just fine, and the word processor is probably easier to use than a photo editor for those of you who don't have a lot of photo editing experience. If you want to use your word processor to make multiple copies of the same picture, like I did, then insert the picture and then copy and paste until you have enough. I recommend doing a test print on normal paper before you print on your fabric. Once you're ready to print, remove the normal paper from your printer and replace it with your printable fabric. Make sure you put the fabric side facing the way that your printer prints on. If you look in your printer, it should have some sort of graphic to show you. Like in mine, it shows that it will be printing on the bottom, so I put my fabric facing on the bottom. Next, cut out one of your tags. There's a layer of paper attached to your fabric to make it stiff enough to print. Peel that off. Then I found that this fabric frayed a lot, so I bought some fray check, which is sort of like glue, and just put it around the edges. Next, I turn my hat inside out and decide where I want the tag to go. Once I have that, I sew it on. You could also glue this if you don't want to sew. Okay, so that's it. See, it's really easy. You could make your own tags, you could tag gifts. Really, like, your imagination is the limit. I love this, it's so cool. A few kind of tips and tricks. Alright, you cannot, you might be able to reprint this, but once you've cut out from it, I don't think you'll be able to run it through your printer again. My guess is that it would just jam. So you want to plan carefully so you don't waste any of your printed fabric, because it's a little bit expensive. It's about $3 a sheet, depending on where you buy it and how much you buy, which was a little bit of a splurge for me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm such a thrifter that I was like, oh, I don't know, that's a lot, but I just went for it, and it was worth it. It's such a cool project. And you can see I just printed out like bunches and bunches of my tags. I fit 75 on the page, so $3 a sheet, 75 logos. That's only 4 cents a logo. So really, it's not that expensive. Do be careful with your margins. You can see here that it kind of ran out of room, so I lost this whole bottom row because I was greedy and tried to squeeze too much on. So I could have squished them together a little bit more and saved that. So don't try to print things on the very edge of the page. It may not work out. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you try it because it's really easy and you can make some really awesome stuff. So leave a question in the comments if you have any questions, and happy crafting! Enjoy this. This is really cool stuff.